Do you have any comments to make about Gorbachev? President Gorbachev?
Gorby. I think he is in a sticky situation. You see, when you involve yourself with politics at that level, especially with the superpowers who are controlled by the secret governments and the world banking families, you are generally sucked into a subservient role. And so it is with the president and many people in the United States government, so it is with him. I will not make a judgment on his particular personality or character. It is my way to do so. I would say his situation is rather tight right now. He is receiving an education in world politics beyond what he had imagined. If you want to play on the world stage at that level, you have to understand who is really in control. These are the secret governments that Duncan has spoken of. The secret governments take their inspiration from the fallen angels, just as you take your inspiration from the ascended masters and the angelic host who serve the Father. It is a time of alliances and a time of commitments to the side of the light or the darkness. And many are choosing the light and many are choosing the darkness. Most have not chosen. They will choose in the years to come. And they will reap the rewards and benefits of their choice. This is the will of the Father for this particular age of planet Earth.
Ashtat, should we, as Dasi, committed to the Ascension, concern ourselves with storing food and all that sort of stuff against earth changes? Will we hopefully be gone by then?
I would say, considering your present location, it does no harm to store some extra water and take earthquake precautions, but in the long run, it is our hope you will be lifted before the major cataclysms occur. We are doing everything we can to awaken as many star seeds to this possibility, to get them moving, so to speak. And I think that your love is your ultimate sanctuary. So have no fear. If you feel a particular inspiration to store some extra water in case there is another earthquake here, then you may do so. It may prove handy or not, depending on circumstances. But as far as overall earth changes wherein your life is threatened, I think you will be gone before that occurs.
Ashtar, you mentioned that your ships can't be seen because they're beyond the third dimension. And for sometimes when I meditate on the inner plane, I see what I think are ships. Is it possible to be seen on the inner plane?
Yes.
Can you confirm this is what I may be experiencing?
Yes, this is what you may be experiencing.
Thank you.
Yes, you are all taking trips to the ships. In fact, I am stepping up this process to make you more aware, whereas in the past, many of you have been taken up in your sleep, all of you in fact, and many of you are beginning to experience in your deeper meditations a connection with your etheric bodies, which are on the ships, or are journeying to the ships. And so if you can connect with that level of your being, you may perhaps indeed have sensations or glimpses in your mind's eye or in your imaginations, let me say. So I will not confirm whether all of your visual experiences are true, but I'm sure some of them are. If it has a presence, if you are experiencing our presence and your higher self and a great deal of the bliss and joy that comes with a deep meditation and you experience this, then chances are it is true. This is how your beings are equipped to know the truth. It feels blissful, it feels like love, it feels like a presence of God or a presence of your higher self. This is how you know the light from the darkness. This is your internal programming. This is what awakens you when you hear these words and feel the presence of the Masters. This is what unlocks your heart and opens your mind to this new possibility. So if you are feeling that, as you most likely are, such an evolved being as yourself, Watana wants to get in touch with you, by the way.
I'm waiting.
He says you're like a hot air balloon. He has trouble reeling you in. He's trying to tie your feet down a little bit more on the earth. It's a paradox that when your feet connect more with the earth, meaning your lower chakras are open and you are aligned and balanced, then your etheric body will make its presence even more felt. So I think for you a little bit more work on this would be surprising to you. You might feel that you are going trying to connect in a downward way, when in fact you will be expanding and stretching and feeling more in both directions. You have much in store for you. It is possible to have an experience of being taken into our ships consciously. It has happened to many of you, at least some of you. And the more you work with us, the more you will have this opportunity, as you are ready to experience it. It is very validating to you. We are telling you about fleets and millions of etheric fifth-dimensional spacecraft, and sometimes it is tempting to consider that it is rather crazy and that you are going off the deep end. So these experiences are validation for you. Oftentimes we will take you up and do some work. We have done some operating on this one. Operating to remove blocks in the emotional body, this sort of thing. Our medical facilities are quite a bit more expanded than yours on Earth. We can take care of ailments at the source rather than waiting until they manifest in the physical form. So I do not think that you will find any illness in the Ascended Masters. Our bodies are somewhat the same as yours, but they are at a different dimension of frequency of vibration, much lighter and, by the way, immortal. So join us. Aren't you tired of dying? I tell you, from our perspective, the aspect of death is rather distasteful. It is amazing what human beings can get used to. You will not have to get used to it anymore. Now you will have to get used to something altogether different. Always growing, always being stretched. Isn't that the way? You just begin to get comfortable. I think I'm getting the hang of this New Age movement now. And then someone comes and tells you this is your last lifetime. But wait a minute, I just started believing in reincarnation. I finally accept it. Yes, that's the way of the universe, and it doesn't end. The universe is multidimensional. There are many universes. It is all constantly being expanded, and so the growth never ends. Even we on our side have our processes, but our processes are nothing compared to yours. We look at them as opportunities for expansion. And we expand into higher and higher realms of experience, higher and higher levels of responsibility. And we get, let me say, secret passes. After doing some good service, you can get a secret pass to go more to the throne, closer to the center of the universe, to experience the emanation of the Creator at a higher level. Many of you will have this opportunity. You have earned it being here on this world, doing your service for so long, for so many lifetimes. You are all due for a good vacation, I think. And you will be surprised at the options that are available to you. This goes back to those fringe benefits I was speaking of before. Many opportunities are yours. The universe is vast and wonderful to explore. Or you may return to Earth and explore the Earth in its new aspect, an ascended planet. You have heard of the Garden of Eden. Well, if you desire, you can walk again in the Garden of Eden. Many opportunities. So above all, what I am telling you is don't be bored. Open yourselves. This is a time of great excitement. It all begins within you, within each of you. Connecting with your own heart, connecting with your own breath, your own guides, your own guidance. It is available to you now, much more than it ever has been before.
The people who do not ascend, that are left, what will become of them?
All will be put in their right place. There is going to be I will give you a brief overview of the process so you can understand. There are going to be several waves of ascension. First wave will be, hopefully, containing light workers such as yourselves. And the second wave, for the most part, hopefully, will be the remnant of the light workers, those who are still rather drowsy, your friends and neighbors who are somewhat attuned to New Age but are still drowsing in materialism, a little bit limited. And there will be a final wave of ascension, which will be that which was spoken of in many scriptures, when those who are remaining on the earth will have experienced a great deal of earth shaking and quaking and many earth cataclysms, which will awaken them to their own choices. And the information that the returning ascended masters will be giving throughout the planet about their choices hopefully will reach all, and all will have a choice to make. You might say it is their judgment day, and it is a chance for them to judge whether they would like to open to the light or to remain in fear and limitation. Those who choose to open to the light will be lifted into the ships, and they will be taken to whatever place is most suited to them. You see, they will be taken to other worlds where they can work out their karmas, those who do not ascend. Some will perhaps return to earth after the ascension, if they have merited that. Those who do not, and who choose to remain upon the earth, will in all likelihood experience death one more time, and then they will be reincarnated or relocated to other areas of the universe where they can continue their growth process, continue reincarnational existence. Everything will be ordered according to the divine will of the Father, and there will be a perfect place for everyone. Even the Dark Lords will have a place where they can go and slaughter one another. Those who are not disintegrated, that is.
So everybody will sort of be with their own kind.
Yes. The reordering of the universe is what we are experiencing. You see, the earth was created in a very pristine state, but it was intercepted by fallen hierarchies, dark lords, and they have twisted the experience here. And the star seeds, yourselves, incarnated to assist them, the earth plane in evolvement, preparing those who are ready to experience the grace of God, to align with the Father's will. This is your work. This is what you have been doing throughout your lifetimes. Many lifetimes you have had what you might say normal lives. Other lifetimes you have been spiritual teachers. So you see, you are a little bit different. You are returning to your natural states, more or less. And in your returning, you will, of course, be promoted to higher states. But there are those who have not ever been ascended, and they will have an opportunity to experience this. It is our hope that many will take this opportunity. But as you said, everything is going to be ordered according to the Father's will, and the confusion which has existed on this world will no longer be here. There is a restructuring and a reordering of the universe. This is one corner, one tiny speck in the universe. It is a very important one with a great deal of emphasis, a great deal of activity. Yet it is not alone. The earth is not alone in this cleansing. You might say God has been laughing quite a bit lately. And his laughter acts to order, it acts to elevate and share this experience of waves of love. So do not be afraid and do not be overly concerned. Know that the choices that everyone makes are their own choices, their own free will, and simply be focused upon your own choices. If you focus upon your own choices, you will automatically do what is correct to assist others. In effect, if you are ascended masters and return here as an ascended being, you will have a little bit more influence than you do now over those other beings who are on the borderline, let me say.